Hello, everybody. It is that time. Once again, as you guys can tell, training camp just began. And boy, oh boy, I am so anxious for this season. Now, you guys probably may say, oh, Charles, you're probably one of those people that say it every year. Not really. But enough about me. Let's see how you guys are doing. Bill M. I'll star it. Champ BTW. I'll keep that in mind. So, first off, welcome to the live stream as always. Hope you guys having a great day. Obviously, training camp just began for our beloved New York Jets. And what are my first impressions with the team so far? I heard that Justin Fields has had some nice moments and made some nice plays here and there. I heard that Jamie Stewart and Quincy Williams look like a really good linebacker combo. And that to me is all that matters. But more importantly, what I've been impressed with was Aaron Glenn's leadership. I know he has yet to win or lose a game as an NFL head coach. But so far, I think, even though a lot of us wanted an experienced coach like a Pete Carroll or like a Pete Carroll, but I think that I know Aaron Glenn wanted the job, and that to me is a rare characteristic I've seen from someone in a long time. Because for someone like Aaron Glenn, even though he has played with the Jets, he started off his career as a player and with the New York Jets, to sit there and say that he wanted this job goes show you that he loves maybe not just the organ, maybe not more so the organization, but more so the fan base. He knows the fan base is passionate. He knows the fan base is hungry for a champion, for not only just a championship, but for a good, solid football team they haven't seen in a long time. And yes, Pete Carroll did have a Super Bowl doing that was a terrible call, but he's still a very good coach, as far as I'm concerned. But I think Aaron Glenn, the fact that this dude still keeps in contact and is still being mentored by the great Bill Parcells, and that he had to learn from a fellow Hall of Fame coach, Hall of Fame caliber coach, and Sean Payton during when he was an assistant coach in New Orleans, says something to me. I said, I know this is his first time as an NFL head coach. I am not an idiot. But that doesn't mean he can't be good. I mean, right now we've had a recent trend of former players in the NFL that were going to become head coaches and not success, like Jim Harbaugh, like DeMeco Ryans recently, like Dan Campbell, and Sean Payton, who used to play quarterback in the NFL. So could Aaron Glenn be the next guy to be a good head coach, despite the fact that he was once a player? Absolutely. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but he has a shot. I think a lot of us is given the benefit of the doubt. Obviously, the biggest question mark surrounding this team is the starting quarterback, and that's Justin Fields, and I understand that. But to sit there and say that he'll never be good is downright stupid and disrespectful. I know this doesn't happen often, but it has happened. Look at the story of Jim Plunkett, who was once labeled as a bust. I'm not saying he's as good or better than Sean Payton and so you took it out of context. But anyway, as I was saying, See, this is the negative shit that really pisses me off. That Jim Plunkett is one of the greatest NFL stories of all time. Didn't pan out with the Patriots. Didn't pan out with the 49ers. Goes to the Raiders, has a tremendous career. Why? Because he was put in a better position to be successful, and he thrived in it. For people like Incel Allen to doubt Justin Fields, to me, is disgraceful. Give the guy a chance. If I'm willing, why shouldn't you? Oh, we shall see, Incel Allen. Now, for your sake, you hope you're right. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm willing to give Justin Fields a shot. And I think every Jets fan, whether they want to like it or not, should too. Besides, if let's say Justin Fields was inconsistent this year, despite us doing our best shot to put him in a good position to be successful, what we got as a backup? Oh, Tyrod Taylor. He's had some success as an NFL starting quarterback. See, Antelon, you're a negative Nancy. I'm putting your ass in timeout for that. People say, oh, he's going to suck. Well, give the guy a chance. I'm not saying he is going to be good, but give the guy a chance. That's all I'm asking for. Stop with this negative Nancy bullshit. Our real franchise quarterback is in the draft. Tanking sucks. And all it does is provide more misery, more pain, and it makes the players themselves feel miserable. A lot of young kids who aspire to be NFL players don't just do it for the money. They want to win. They want to have success like a Tom Brady or a Patrick Mahomes or a Ben Roethlisberger or a Peyton or Eli Manning. They want to win. They want to feel like winning. It's not just about the moolah or the ability to play in the preferred pros. They want to win. Look at Joe Burrow. You don't think he wants to win? Joe Burrow is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Not from a statistical standpoint, but from a winning mentality perspective. Look at Lamar Jackson. What do you think he cares about? He wants to get a fucking ring. He wants to get a fucking ring. Hey, Cincy Matt. Yes, I'm wearing pants. You know, I'm sick and tired of this negative Nancy shit. Justin Fields is going to suck. Justin Fields is going to suck. Then get the fuck out. Tanking does nothing but provide more misery. Tanking and hoping that a franchise caliber quarterback lands in your lap in a fucking draft does not always work. It's a fact. It doesn't always work. I'm not saying I'm guaranteeing that Justin Fields is going to be great. Could he suck? Possibly. We don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm willing to give him a chance. If you're down this motherfucker because you don't like his talent, then fuck you. Fuck you. Jake, you're speaking the truth. I'm starring your comment. Give the guy a chance. Oh, good luck with that. You're a fucking negative Nancy. If you're just going to sit back and bitch, you know what? Tough titties. Just because things don't always go your way. Look, my mother has said this to me all the time, especially now. If things don't go, guess what? Grow the fuck up. If you love this team, actually, Bill M, he was 3-0, then went 4-2. But I see what you're saying. Fucking Christ. I mean, Justin Fields has talent. You know why I stalked I just came back from this bar and grill in Metuchen called the Brownstone. And I was talking with a Steelers fan, nice guy. And he said that Justin Fields should have remained the starter. Fuck Russell Wilson. Justin Fields was playing very well for the Steelers. And I think according to JJ, huge shout out to him, he was on pace to have set the Brownstone, not the Brown Eye, the Brownstone. It's a bar and grill in Metuchen. But he was on pace to lead the Steelers to a 12-win season. Even though he wasn't perfect, even though Arthur Smith didn't do that great of a job in utilizing his skill set and scheming him up, he still was playing well enough to lead the Steelers to a playoff appearance and a potential division title. The Brown Eyes where I invited you. Oh, I'm going to get some water. I'm a bit thirsty. So, every Steelers fan, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Every Steelers fan, Jake knows, wanted to keep Fields, and they dreaded Rodgers coming. Because he was playing well. Yes, Cole, some good quality H2O is Bobby Boucher, a.k.a. the Waterboy, one of the greatest Adam Sandler characters of all time, said. Some quality H2O, baby. But I know we don't have. I have one Steelers fan I can verify. Good to know, Bill M. You know, whenever I hear people say he's a boss, he won't do well, probably said these. A lot of those people probably have heard the same shit about Jim Plunkett. I'm not saying Justin Fields. I'm not downing you, Bill. I'm just saying. I haven't had any sugar, Nick Shine. Nice try. No, he said he has one Steelers. Stop. Can we just stop trolling each other? Please stop. I don't associate with Steelers fans. I'm sorry, Tom Hayes, but I got a lot of things to say about that. Hello, big fella. Charles Storts and Malachi. Look, I think the guy was poorly coached, emotionally abused by the previous coaching staff. Fuck them. You know, he made a rookie mistake, but the dude has talent. I know Denzel Mims wasn't that good, but he too was emotionally abused by the coaching staff. Put the fucker on the field. If the dude sucks, the dude sucks. Let us figure it out for ourselves. Put him out on the fucking field. I'll never forget, there were times when Mims was on the field, he showed some promise. But the problem is, and I'm not saying Emotionally abused. What the fuck is my problem, dude? What I mean by emotionally abused, Oscar, I'm saying the guy was treated like shit by the coaching staff. They didn't really do enough. They didn't really try to utilize his skill set. They didn't really try to coach him. They just, against Houston, he fucked up. He got, if the dude sucks, dude, Tommy has that tattoo. Good to know, Nick Shine. Okay, I'm deleting. Nah. He does, but I think, he needs to be coached properly too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And same thing, even though I know he wasn't that good, but still put him on the fucking field. That tattoo's on my lower back. Good to know. Put him out. You're a coach. Your job is to coach. Your job is to fucking coach. If the dude can't play, the dude can't play. Could I not swear for a half hour? Maybe. Maybe not. You get it. You get it. You. Well, the thicker kicker makes the team. Let me go look up who that some bitch is. What the fuck? Who's the thicker kicker? Heard he's a thick guy. Probably one of the best, quote unquote, thick kickers I've seen in my lifetime was Raiders legend Sebastian Janikowski. That motherfucker was thick, and boy, can he kick the football. Pretty damn well, my ass. Heard they're already missing Greg the leg. Well, let's see. Players. Who's the kicker? What's the dude's name? What's the Kate? Excuse me. Yeah, I know, but he was a great kicker for the Raiders, Tom Mace. He was one of my favorite players in the NFL growing up. What's his name? Is it Caden Davis? He went to Texas A&M and Ole Miss. He's an undrafted free agent. He's 24 years old. He's 6'2", 208 pounds. Holy shit. That's a big motherfucker. Let's see. We also have Harrison Mevis. Oh, that's a thicker kicker. Holy shit. He's 5'11". Yeah, I just looked him up, big fella. He's 5'11", 243. He went to the same college as our dude, Armand Membu. He's 23 years old. He was an All-American in 2021. He was a first-team All-SEC in 2021. He was second-team All-SEC in 2023. So, let's see. In 2020, he made 85% of his kicks. In 2021, he had 92.9% of his kicks. In 2022, he made 78.6% of his kicks. And in 2023, he made 80% of his kicks. In terms of his extra points, in his first 3 seasons, he made 100% of his extra points. In 2023, he made 97.8% of his kicks. For his career in college, he made 84% of his kicks. That's not too bad. In his career in college, he made 99.3% of his kicks. That's not bad. But obviously, he needs to be more consistent. He made 84% of his kicks throughout his career in college. That's not too bad. And he made 99.3% of his kicks made of extra points when he was in college. So, but let me look at the other guy, Caden Davis. Caden Davis is not good. No, it's in a tattoo on my left arm. It sits. I know it sucks. We also lost Thomas Morstead, who's been one of the best punters in the NFL since his rookie season back in 2009, but it is what it is. Got to give the other guys a shot. But the figure kicker, I think he has a shot to look. All I'm going to say is he got to be consistent with his legs. The new punter is supposed to be good, yeah. We have I'm not anti-tattoo necessarily, Ricky. I'm just not really interested in putting tattoos on my body. I mean, I've seen people I've complimented. Irv Charles, good special teams player, but he's not a good receiver. Oh, okay. Let me think. Um, um, if there's one player, suck. If there's one player that I'm really hope to make the team, let's see. Yeah, I agree with the big Phil. Irv Charles committed way too many penalties, but what team is Justin Hardy on now? Who do I really want to make this team? Probably retired. Yeah. What the fuck? Okay, Boomtown, in response to your question, I think you can have Green Arrow. You could have, even though he's not a superhero, I think Deadshot or Bullseye would be great kickers. Jake needs some advice. Just be nice, polite, and don't pull a Glenn Quagmire. Thank you, 25. Hey, Zach, welcome to the live stream. I hope Corley gets another shot. Thank you, Cincy, man. I know you're a Bengals fan. I'm sorry that Shamar Stewart and Trey Hendrickson has yet to sign their contracts. And I know we play against you guys this year, but I hope you enjoy the upcoming 2025 Cincinnati Bengals season. I really hope you do. Here are my cut candidates. I just thought of it. I want Alan Lazard gone. I want Xavier Gibson gone. He hasn't really done much. Who else? Zach Coons, get the fuck out. You suck. I'm a shitty friend. Yeah, I feel you. Who was my next? Zach Coons, I want your ass gone. Alan Lazard, Xavier Gibson. Sorry, Xavier Gibson, but outside of that Bills game on week 1 of 2023, you really haven't done much. Who else do I want cut? That's all I can say for now. Yes, but not for long. I did play Madden, but not for long. I'm not a hander at 80 pounds. I'm like 155, 156. Quincy Williams, let's see what he's an outside linebacker. Hopefully, Oscar, when my finances get better, I will get college football 26. I need to buy a console. PC don't. Sorry to hear that. Hey Charles, how are you? Hey DM95, I'm doing well. Yeah, that's true. I haven't brought in my apartment. I have yet to bring in my PlayStation 5 is still at my old house in Fords. I'll bring that when I get the chance. And don't worry, JJ, if you're watching, I'll play you in Madden, buddy. Hopefully I don't suck too bad. But hopefully we have a good time and good time having. I love it. Bill M, I love it. I think he's going to be great. DM95. Hey, Charles, I also moved recently. Any idea where I can get a new couch, a nice couch? Any idea where I can get a nice couch? Maybe you can ask your grandparents or your parents, hey, mom, dad, or grandma, can I borrow one of your couches? That'll be a good one. I'm an Xbox guy. Just brought it for an HDMI. You're whatever works for you, Jake. I can't answer that. Get mine. It's free. I think gaming. I think for gaming, but not for sports games. That's understandable. A Jackson. I don't know about that. No, they haven't, Oscar. No, they haven't. Um. Okay, other than Sham BTW, outside of him, no, I haven't. Not outside of Sham BTW. No, I have not. It's going well, 25. I just gave out my contact information to the Brownstone, the restaurant I went to for my friend's birthday party. They're not hiring right now in the summertime, but they will during the fall. I think he's close. How did you? I've been liking Aaron Glenn's approach to not only to this season, but to the entire football team since he arrived. So yes, I do. The Brownstone is a bar and grill restaurant in Metuchen. I tried their food for the first time today. It was very good. Um, that would be nice. No, I don't think Henry was superior, but hey, you're entitled to your opinion, Jake. I thought. No, I wasn't wearing orange, Bill M. Nice try. Um, yeah, I had that was the blue shirt I had to wear for the that was required for me to wear for the program for my day tenure of the 60-day career development program. Okay, Magoos, welcome to the chat. It's my first time seeing you. Charles, better jet, Jericho, Cotry, Lavernius Coles. They were both very good players, but in terms of me being a more quote unquote dominant receiver, I'd say Lavernius Coles. But Jericho Cotry was no scrub. I liked him a lot too. Yeah, I don't think it's the best movie of the Superman franchise, Jake. I think it's still no, I don't. Yeah, I mean, Jericho Country was a solid receiver. I mean, I'll never forget the catch he made against Cleveland when he hurt his groin. He dove in for the ball and caught it. Coles, though, I mean, my dad said it best. He was one tough son of a bitch. He made some great catch. I'll never forget my fondest memory that I can remember of Jericho Country as a Jet was the one-handed touchdown, game-winning touchdown catch he made against the Kansas City Chiefs in 2008, where he turned around, caught the football with one hand, turned back around, and scored the touchdown. That shit was dope as hell. When am I going to see the new Fantastic Four? No, it's getting really good reviews right now, but probably around early August. I mean, Country was a solid receiver. I'm not saying he was great. He had some good years with the Steelers, had some respectable production with the Panthers, but Laverne Coles was a dog. From what if I watched his highlights correctly, especially that game where he turned around, caught the football with one, turned back around, scored the touchdown. I'm like, yo, that's a stud receiver. Then after that, he went to the Bengals, and he went. Then the 2010 we came back and we cut him. 25. I already talked about it on my channel. If you haven't seen it, please watch them. Good for you, Ricky. Hope you enjoy it. Yes, and fuck Mike Francesa. He's a blowhard to me. No. All right. I shared the link in the Discord, more specifically in the lobby section of the Nick Shines Discord, and I just privately messaged Jake Asman the link to the stream. Hello, buddy.
He's Charles.
How are you?
What's up, Gas Master?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Feeling good, breathing good, smelling good.
That's not true, but I like that you believe it. Where
How's
did
your
you go?
family? Huh?
They're the same as the last 47,000 times you asked.
Well, I always ask because I care about you and your family.
I got you, buddy. I'm teasing you. They're
Oh,
good.
we
They're
have
down
to
in Ocean City, Maryland. Sophia's got a national softball tournament she's playing in, so they're down there.
let's go, Sophia.
Yeah, she hit a bomb today. She got a triple out of it.
Hello, Jaden.
Hi, Charles. Hi, Nick Shine.
Hi, Jaden. You're a nice guy.
Thank
Is
you.
that a
I try.
Rangers and New York Knicks post flags behind you, Jaden?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'll turn the blur off.
So yeah, I
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this year. I hope things look. We're not guaranteeing anything. We just hope things pan out this year. If things blow up in our faces again, we might as well walk up to Woody Johnson's house and say, "Sell the fucking team," because we're
What's
tired
the
of the bullshit.
point? There's no point. He's making money hand over fist. Why would he sell? Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah. Why would he sell? He's making profit every year.
Yeah, he's making
well,
like a couple $100 million profit a year. He's not selling.
I
We've
know
been
that, but
streaming it for 15 years. I mean, there's no point.
It's generational wealth. You don't piss that away,
Yeah.
especially the way.
look at Champ BTW said.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sham. You're right, Sham. I strike my comment from the record. I apologize.
Hey, look what Jake says. That if you give me Woody's address, I would have done it for the last 30 years.
I'm not gonna say anything. I've already threatened that building once.
You shouldn't.
ISU's got a good point, Charles.
I know, but still, I will tell him to sell the team. Charles, I didn't even notice about the new look till I watched a short from my good buddy Richie Malara from Jets Media. Looks nice. I like it.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's
A lot.
there you go. Charles, I know you probably didn't see the show this morning because you are living the bachelor life, but I played the Gator. Gator put together a recap of me coming over your apartment the other day after work, and I'll play it tonight on the show. It's really funny.
Does it include with me farting in your face?
I think that might enter the video. So anyone watching, if you want to go subscribe to the Nick Shine Show, if you haven't already, I will
Please
play the
subscribe.
montage.
Get your asses up. Dust yourselves off and subscribe to my buddy Nick Shine Show. He
Thank
could
you,
use the
Charles.
growth. He could use the support, and he's a good guy.
Thank you, Charles. Also, you won't hear as much fucking cursing as you hear on this fucking channel from this motherfucker who says fuck every other fucking word like a fucking.
Thank you.
What can I say? I like the word fuck.
Too bad you haven't yet.
Yeah, you don't do it, but you certainly
The
say
irony is palpable.
it. If you're doing it, the saying it ratio matched, we would never see you. You would be busy forever.
No comment. Yeah.
We should get you saying "eat healthy," Charles, a whole bunch too, and then activate that.
My mother knows my language, Sham, and she's not happy about it, but it is what it is.
She'd be very disappointed.
She's been disappointed. What the hell are you talking about?
She'd be even more disappointed because you're swearing more.
When did Mom's disappointment set in?
When I was 13, when she poured a drop of liquid dish soap down my throat, I almost gasped for air.
Well, that's when you remember the disappointment setting in. For her, it was probably like, it's a boy. I'll just tease you, Charles. You're a nice guy.
That was a good one.
Thank you. Charles,
She
to
never
me,
wanted
just
a
to
girl.
let you
She wanted
know,
a boy. She wanted.
That's what she told you.
I was a little bit of a potty mouth when I was a kid, and I remember like second or third grade, I would get Tabasco sauce in
Hmm.
my mouth when I cursed if my father wasn't home. If my father was home, I just got the shit beat out of me. But it was the 80s. Those things were allowed.
I got some hand soap to the mouth. Washing my mouth open with soap. Never liked those words.
Um,
I asked you with another good one.
I can also see now that I thought about it, Jarek Bernard Converse either being a cut candidate or a trade candidate.
How the- Your
What the fuck?
segues, your segues need to be studied by science. You and Lane, it's remarkable. I've never seen anybody segue the way you and Lane do.
Because we're talented folks.
Very special guys.
Damn right. Uh, don't know much about Jarius Monroe. Chris Boyd, I don't remember him. I really like what I saw from Azaria Thomas' highlights in college. Quantez Stiggers, I think, needs to be used more. Isaiah
How,
Oliver's got what?
how so? How so with
Yeah.
Stiggers being used more? What has he shown that
We o-
makes you think he needs to be used more?
we only have
What I
three
meant to say
cornerback
is,
positions.
That's an interesting take. I think you should expand upon it. What has he shown that you think he should be used more?
Where is
well,
he on the
what I meant to
quarterback
say
depth
is,
chart?
Rashawn, he needs to be given more reps. He needs to be given more of an opportunity to really showcase what he can do in the NFL. Because last year, a lot of people loved the story. He was in the Canadian Football League, the first Canadian football player to be drafted by the NFL. And he didn't really play at all last year.
Now, do you think there's reason behind that?
Our coaching sucked.
Could it be
I think they just
possible
wanted
that,
experienced guys out there.
well, it's that, but also in a season that was down the tubes, that's usually where you play some players to see what they have, and he never got that opportunity. So,
We had guys
and then
trying to
how
get
did they
paid
address? But how did they address the cornerback room? They signed Stevens to 3 years, 36 million, and they draft Thomas in round 3. So I think
and
that
pay
kind of
and
tells
pay
you what they
sauce.
think about, yeah. So that kind of tells you where he is, man. He might be a struggle to make the roster, to be completely honest.
100%.
They watched the film. They commented on Michael Clemens today. Aaron Glenn made a comment about what Clemens needs to clean up and the mistakes they saw from him on film. They watched the film and they extended Sherwood immediately without him hitting free agency. And then they said, all right, we need to make the cornerback room better. So I get it. Like, he deserves opportunities. He'll get them in camp, but he might not make the team. That's just a realistic option.
He's gonna have to show something on special teams if he wants to stick around.
I think he could be used on special teams.
Yeah. But you got Irv Charles. Are you going to keep a guy that you're not confident with at corner when you have Isaiah Oliver also? So there's 5 cornerbacks right there. And Isaiah
Is Surf
Oliver's like
Charles
a stud.
healthy?
He's
Or
not.
is
He's
he?
on the pup, but
I don't think he'll
he
be
was work.
playing.
He will be. He was working out with Fields and them in Florida, wherever they went. Florida, right?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Oh, Nora's is gone. Charles, did you know that Nora's Deli no longer exists?
No, I did not know.
There's a detour because they're doing paving on Route 1. And it's now the Woodbridge Deli. Nora's was famous for like oversized portions, almost like a Harold's. You would pay and get like really massive portions of chicken parm and spaghetti and all that stuff. And now it's Woodbridge Deli.
Anyway,
Ricky,
What's up, Charles?
how you doing, buddy?
What up, dog?
what up,
Hanging in
Ricky?
How's everybody's night going tonight?
Went great for me.
Very smooth.
Can't complain.
You at home or work, Jaden?
I'm at home. I work
Okay.
during the days in the summertime.
Nice. Lucky bastard.
Like some getting used to. I'm not a morning guy, so
Yeah, I'm
waking
not
up at 6 o'clock and going to work at 7 is not for me.
Yeah, you're going to work about the time I'm getting out of work.
Yeah.
Charles, you might have to Google this, but what they're referencing is work. Work is a job. It's a place where people go and perform a service and then get paid for it, either weekly or bi-weekly. It's spelled W-O-R-K, not W-E-R-K, like it's said.
Thanks.
That's
I'll
a
keep
great
that in mind.
description. That was
Yeah.
flawless.
Yeah.
It's like twerk without the T.
Nice. Any luck on any of that, Charles? I know you messaged me that you applied to the McDonald's over by Menlo Mall.
I just gave the Brownstone, the bar and grill I went to, Metucci, my information for potential employment.
Right on.
That sounds great, but that didn't answer my question.
How's it going?
How did it go with McDonald's that you applied to over by Menlo Park Mall? Did they reach out to you to schedule an interview or anything yet?
No, they did not.
Did anything come from the suggestions that I gave you? Either the hardware stores, Lowe's, or Home Depot?
No,
Get
they
back-
haven't gone back to me yet either.
Dick's Sporting Goods? No.
Nope, they didn't get back to me either. And I appreciate those because I always someone wanted to work in that place too.
But what was the other one? Oh, Best Buy. That was the other one.
Charles, you want to work with Dick's? Is that what you said? I
Yes,
think
I like.
Tom Ace is hiring.
Or where's Tom Ace at? Give me
Works
his
with
number.
Dick's. He works with Dick's. Give
I
me
know.
his number. Not at Dick's, Charles. He works with Dick's.
I know the joke.
All right. Well, you wanted his
You
number.
never
He
know.
must- All right. I'll text you Tom's number. He would love that.
Hey Tom, I heard you're really good with penises.
Wow.
Whoa. That escalated quickly.
I think the thought of it made Charles escalate quickly.
Giggity giggity.
All right.
Gay.
Chris Bradigan, welcome to the stream. RP Ozzy Osbourne, that is all.
Chris Bradigan from Temecula. No, that's Shaw McAteer. I always get them confused when Jeremy would do their introduction.
I don't think I would be able to work at Dick's Sporting Goods. Like, I'd be too tempted to make jokes about the name. Like, if people complained about my service, I'd be like, the name of the place is Dick's. What did you expect? If you don't
Gonna
like
be
it,
some dickheads.
Oh, look out, sir.
Yes, I'm seeing your post, big fella, but I'm just focused on the topic at hand right now. I
Dicks.
talked to you about the super gay shirt in the Discord, okay?
All right, Charles, I'm pulling up to the house. I'll be on at like 20 minutes.
11:05.
Yeah, I was able to get out a little bit early today so I could start earlier.
No problem, man. Good luck on your show.
Everybody hit the like, support Charles. And I don't know what happened, Charles. I sent them an email today when I was eating lunch. I paid $10 the other day for 250 subscribers for you, and I got charged, but none of them have gone through yet. With Bobby,
Don't worry
it
about it.
happened instantly. Well, I am worried about it. I paid for a service, Charles.
Don't worry about it.
I'm not pissing away government money on fucking Popeyes like you are. I work hard for my fucking money, man.
Oh, he's pushing government money on at least
My money, Charles.
Oh shit.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, the Nick Shine Show, 11:05. Everyone have a good night. Call in tonight. See you guys in a bit. Ciao, ciao. Bye, bye.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm shutting the truck off like that was going to end the show.
I'm looking
Okay.
at
Looking at what?
the Jets Ring of Honor members.
How many is there?
Namath, 1, Martin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just 5?
9, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Damn.
Oh, 21. 21, 22.
That's a lot.
You know who should be up there? Even though a lot of people still blame him for what happened? Mo Lewis.
Mo Lewis was a
I
good
don't
player.
know enough about him, but I'm
He
sure
was a
that
great
would be
player. He was one of the
a
best middle
contentious
linebackers in
debate.
our franchise history. Played his entire 12-year career. If you go on YouTube, I shit you not, Ricky, the only highlight video that I found of him was from the early to mid-90s. The one video that's common used. Exactly, that's a fact. Mo Lewis should be there, exactly. He was a great player. But the only video of Mo Lewis that is often played on YouTube is the hit he put on Drew Bledsoe.
Yep.
And I'm going to talk about that on my YouTube channel. Not tonight, obviously, but maybe either tomorrow or sometime later on Friday. Or sometime this week.
I've heard you say that about 100 times. No
There's a lot
shade,
of
it's
things.
just
Pain, Sham, BTW, Pain, yeah. I think it made Drew Bledsoe bleed a bit, too.
yeah, he
Fucked
was
him
in the
up.
hospital forever. He had internal bleeding, I think.
Yes, he was in bleeding internally.
Yeah, definitely.
Is John Abraham in the Ring of Honor?
Neither is Sean Ellis. Neither is David Harris yet. Neither is Kerry Rhodes. Marvin Shattertree Jones. Let me see. Shade Tree Jones. Let me look him up.
Shade Tree. Another awesome Jets linebacker.
Isn't that Marvin Jones? His name was Marvin Maurice Jones.
Shade Tree is just a nickname because he is so big. He's like a shade tree.
Oh, I see that.
Who's better in your opinion, Ricky?
Oh, he did play for the Jets, Marvin.
Probably Mo Lewis, but they were both good and they were here at the same time. Like we had a really good linebacking group then. You know, we had Mo Lewis, Marvin Jones, Brian Cox. We had a good group at that time.
Thank you, John. But I still think Marvin Jones was solid, man, from what I remember, from what I've heard about him, yeah.
Sweet baby Jesus. You accomplished it, sweet baby Jesus. Congrats.
Hey, Rick Can, how are you? Sweet baby Jesus, how are you?
Yeah, Jesus, how are you?
David
Baby
Harris is
Jesus.
probably my favorite Jets middle line. I think he's my favorite Jets linebacker of all time, period. I love David Harris. He was a beast.
David Harris was good.
That pick he made against Tom Brady in the playoffs to me is goated as hell.
That was good.
I remember I went on a Patriot. Some asshole in the comment. I watched the David Harris highlight video, and um,
Oh no.
I'm good. But here's the thing, though. I'm sorry, going all over the place with my thoughts. Demario Davis was great too, and Vilma was. I mostly remember him as the Saints, but he was a solid linebacker too.
Demario
But
Davis was crazy, yeah.
he's on the Saints now, right? He still is.
Yep.
Yeah, we still, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
Vilma and Demario both ended up with the Saints.
Yeah.
Harris was good.
He'll
I
probably
think he
retire
does.
as a Saint.
He's one of our all-time leading tacklers.
You know, even though he wasn't here as long as some of those other guys, linebacker that I really, really liked when he was with the Jets was James Ferrier. Like, I couldn't believe
I think he belongs to the Hall of Fame.
Dude, we let him walk, and he goes to the Steelers and leads their defense in tackles for like a decade, and ends up, with a couple.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, Ricky. We mostly utilized him as an outside linebacker. His natural position was middle linebacker, yet he still did well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a Hall of. I know a lot of people got pissed at Bill Parcells for trading out of the first overall pick, but let me tell you, he still got a pretty good player in James Ferrier.
Oh yeah.
Who I think still belongs in the Hall of Fame. And I'm going to talk about. I know I say this a lot, but that's another player I want to talk about on my channel. So I really like this game. He was one of my favorites, and my dad liked him a lot too.
Awesome. I remember one. I remember a game that we were playing against the Saints, and Ricky Williams gets the ball, and like he's just starting to turn on the speed, like it looks like he's going to get ahead of steam, and Ferrier just absolutely leveled him, and
he was a hard hitter, bro.
We're like, that is a textbook tackle. Like
Ricky outsmoked Williams. His best years were with the Dolphins, though.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of like Saints Ricky Williams, though, where he was, kind of like weird, socially awkward. He'd like do interviews with his helmet on and shit, and then he kind of, I don't know, chilled out.
You know what? If you reveal, I liked him too. Here's one of my Jets takes for tonight, Ricky. I think Malachi Moore, if he becomes a starter, which I think he should, and Andre Sisco have the potential to be the best safety duo we Jet fans have had since Jim Leonard and Kerry Rhodes back in 2009.
That could be.
Because even though Red Strong and Kerry Rhodes didn't get along, Kerry Rhodes was still a good player. Plus, in 2009, we had the best pass defense in the league that year. Yes, a lot of it had to do with Darrelle Reeves, but we also had a very good secondary. We had Drew Coleman, Dwight Lowry, Lito Shepard, Eric Smith, And of course, Kerry Rhodes and Jim Leonard. But Jim Leonard and Kerry Rhodes, I thought, were a very solid safety duo that year, especially Jim Leonard.
Yeah, and after that, like, dude, for the longest time, like, it seemed like forever I wanted the Jets to draft a safety. And, you know, whether it was, oh God, I can't even think of all the names. Earl Thomas, Harrison Smith. It just seemed like there was always a safety that I
Cam
wanted to
Chancellor?
draft. And then finally, we end up drafting
Jamal Adams and
Adams.
Marcus May.
I
You
wasn't.
know what? I'm glad John
wasn't-
brought this up.
I
Jamal
was not
Adams to me.
thrilled with that pick.
What?
The Adams pick. I wasn't thrilled with initially because I knew Derwin James was coming out the next year, and I thought he was just a much better safety. I rather would have waited. But then when we took Marcus May, I was friggin' livid.
Yeah, nobody understood that.
To take a second safety, that was just so bad.
But Marcus May, with all due respect, was a good player.
No, very serviceable. Obviously, Jamal was an all-star.
But how we utilized Jamal made him an all-star. When he went to Seattle, he kind of got exposed in terms of his pass coverage. And this is what I want to say.
100%.
I said this to Mark Ferraro. Huge shout out to him on Discord.
Hell yeah.
The way we utilized Jamal Adams, especially when Greg Williams was our defensive coordinator, put Jamal Adams on the map. Made him he was on pace to be a Hall of Famer. But then he chose to act like an asshole and go for the goddamn money. And because of that, he fucked his career. He goes to
Injuries
Seattle.
as well. He got the money when he went to Seattle, but he got hurt a lot when he was in Seattle. That's why they dropped. I mean, he was hurt all the time.
Yes, but here's the thing.
And he was horrible in coverage. I mean, I'm not going to
Marcus May, I
say
thought,
that's the
was
only
more of a
reason.
true safety than Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams, yeah, he was a good in box. He was a great blitzer. He was a great tackler.
Great blitzer.
Phenomenal
great
blitzer.
tackle.
I'll never forget the play he made on Daniel Jones. And me and Mark Ferraro talked about this, where he ran right through the line of scrimmage, literally went up to Daniel Jones, took the football like he stole his lunch money, and ran to the end zone for a touchdown. One of the most badass and greatest plays I've ever seen in my damn life as a Jets.
100%.
But as I said, he sucked in coverage. Marcus May, even though his problem was his immaturity and off the field issues, he was a talent. He was more of a true. When I think of some of the best safeties of all time, I think of the guy that just retired in Tyrann Mathieu. I think of Cam Chancellor. I think of Earl Thomas. I think of Bob Sanders to some degree. I think of oh God, the hell was his name? The guy that played on Eric Weddle.
Victor Green.
Ed Reed.
Not on Eric Weddle of the Chargers. Jamal Adams is a bunch.
There's so many.
Bob's. Well, I didn't see running, but the point is, you know, Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, Brian Dawkins, Adrian Wilson
From the
Devin
Cardinals.
McCourty. Huh?
From the Cardinals. You talk about a safety that got a bunch of sacks that could blitz. That was Adrian Wilson. Adrian Wilson was like Jamal Adams before there was Jamal Adams.
True, but I thought he was better. Antrell Rowe, remember him?
Yep.
Especially when he was with the Cayman.
When I think of the best safeties that I've watched, there's two names that come to mind: Ed Reed and Sean Taylor. If Sean Taylor had lived, he probably would have been the best safety any of us had ever watched. That kid was just friggin' phenomenal.
He was. Unfortunately, he got killed, and that's not his fault. It's a rebound said Gary Fenton. He used to play for the Bears, right?
Who's that?
No,
Gary Fenton. He used to play for the 85 Bears, I think.
You're looking it up.
Gary Fensick. He's 71 years old. He's been married since 91. Yeah, he played his entire career with the Bears.
How many years is that?
1976 to 1970. Oh, get a load of this. He was drafted by the Dolphins in the 10th round, but was only an off-season practice squad member. In his entire career with the Bears, he recorded 1,101 career tackles, 338 interceptions, 488 return yards, 13 fumble recoveries, 2 sacks, 1 defensive touchdown. Yeah, he was a stud. And he was drafted by the fucking Dolphins, and they get rid of him without even letting him a chance to play. Ain't that some shit?
That's odd.
But good for us, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of great things I've seen over the years. But Marcus May, I thought, could cover better. In order to be a true safety, you have to be able to cover. And Jamal Adams couldn't do that. Obviously, when he went to Seattle, he was smoking a shit out of Cuban cigars because he had Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll as his quarterback and head coach. But the thing is, and of course, he had a career high in sacks, but he was terrible in coverage. And remember that playoff game against the Rams? He got lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like Derwin James. He could hit and he could cover.
Derwin James is the
He's
beast.
also been riddled with injuries.
Yeah,
Eric
I
McMillan.
mean, even in college, he had some injury issues. But
Damn.
God, man, watching him, in person play, he's probably one of the funnest players I ever watched.
He was a cornerback and a safety. Played for the New York Jets from 88 to 92. Played for the Eagles in 93, Cleveland Browns in 93, Chiefs in 93. He's 6'2", 197. 22 interceptions, 608 interception yards, and 5 defensive touchdowns. Not too shabby.
That's really good.
I know Andre Cisco had a down year, but he was very good overall in Jacksonville. And I watched his highlights from Syracuse. He was incredible. I think he led the nation one year in interceptions.
Yeah, he did. And that's the thing. He was a turnover machine. And when he first got to the NFL, he was doing really well. But listen, Jacksonville as a whole was a freaking disaster last year. So
Doug Peterson
you could
after
say
the
that he had a
2020
down year, but everybody had a down year.
Doug Peterson, who I think is a decent coach, after 2023 collapse, he fired the entire defensive coaching staff. You had a guy that I think he's going to be go down in history as one of the greatest pass rushers of all time, in Josh Hines-Allen. He had a career high and franchise record, 17 and a half quarterback sacks in 2023. Great pass rusher, unbelievable pass rusher. This year, even though he was good, racked up 8 sacks, it was still a down year because the defense as a whole sucked.
Yep.
So, I mean, plus, from what I saw from Malachi Moore, he could be our Kirby Joseph, but I think Andre Cisco could be our Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph, to me, is one of the most is probably my favorite safety in the NFL right now. And I'm not just saying that because of his breakout season last year. I liked how he developed as a player. He went to college at Illinois. His first 2 seasons, he racked up 4 interceptions and 8 interceptions, 4 in his rookie year, 4 his second year, and then he led the entire National Football League last year with 9 interceptions, close to 15 pass defense. He can hit, he can tackle, and he can blitz, and he can cover.
All around package.
I mean, we haven't had that not only since May, but probably since Kerry Rhodes. And Kerry Rhodes had some great years with us. I think in 2006, 2007, he was an All-Pro, and he had some unbelievable years in Arizona.
We shall see.
Look, I hope this shit turns out. I'm not
Take
trying
it.
to guarantee anything. I hope shit turns out well.
Yeah, I'm
Of
more
course.
optimistic than I have been in a long time. So
I feel the same way too. But we
Yeah,
shall see. It's still the Jets. They still gotta get their head out of their ass and prove themselves. If they are tired of people making fun of them, they gotta get their shit together. It's the truth. I know
Agreed.
no disrespect to Jay Graves. Hi, Jay Graves. I hope you're watching the show. I know she gets pissed whenever people make fun of the Jets, but I'm like, listen. The Jets did this themselves in '95. Instead of taking a Hall of Fame D tackle and Warren Sapp, they took Kyle Brady and Johnny Mitchell. Like, what the fuck?
Oh no way.
I mean, shit. Was it 95 or 90? Best thing about Kirby. Oh, I'm sorry. Illinois. What?
What the fuck?
Like, that's a big ass draft blunder. And people think, as different as they think that drafting Ken O'Brien over Dan Marino was a draft blunder. Really? Ken O'Brien was a good player.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, we can say
can say
that
that
about a
every
lot
year.
of our drafts. I mean,
You can say that
didn't
every
we
year.
take Vernon Golston the same year that J.J. Watt came out? Is my memory serving me correctly on that?
J.J. Watt was 2011. Vernon Golston was 08.
Were they that far apart?
Yeah.
Who am I thinking about?
Chris Copels, guy who looks like Tarzan, plays like Jane. No, I'm sorry, Muhammad Wilkerson. Now, he was good for a while, but once he got his money, he didn't give a shit no more.
Yeah.
I go back at that 2011 draft in terms of great pass rush. Robert Quinn, who I don't think gets enough credit where credit is due. Von Miller, who's a one of the all-time sack leader in Broncos history. J.J. Watt, who in his prime was a dog, an absolute savage. And then we got Muhammad Wilkerson. Oh, you also had Justin Houston, who was a stud.
Yep. He did. When he was young, he was real good. There were a couple of times when he had like 16 sacks, 18 sacks. I actually thought he was going to break the sack record one year.
In 2014, he led the NFL with 22 sacks, broke Derek Thomas's sack record in the franchise history. Do you remember Derek Thomas, who I'm sure our good friend King Jamie is watching? Derek Thomas, I don't think gets enough credit for being one of the all-time great linebackers, not just pass rushers, but linebackers. Because my dad has said multiple times he's the closest linebacker to Lawrence Taylor in his eyes.
He was damn good, that's for sure.
First year racked up 10 sacks. Second year he got 20, which included 7 in one game. In a game against Seattle. No, I didn't say better than you misinterpreted, sweet baby Jesus. I said, my father said he was the closest linebacker he saw to Lawrence Taylor in terms of size, strength, power, speed, and athleticism. That's all I said. I never said he was better than LT. But Justin Houston, man, in 2014, he was a stud. Let's not forget, that was the year where Eric Berry, another excellent safety, had lymphoma that year.
Yeah. Yep.
He was a great safety, too. I think it's Myles Garrett. I could be wrong. Now, Myles Garrett is probably, I'm going to say this right now, and if people call me a Cleveland Browns fan, they can go fuck themselves. I think Myles
It's
Garrett.
Will McDonald, I think.
Really? Let me go check.
I think
I
that
don't
was a
think it's Will
selling point.
McDonald. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's Will McDonald.
Broke Von Miller's sack record in college.
Some things stick.
Who broke sack record in the Big 12?
Well, it's Will McDonald.
In the Big 12. There we go. Will McDonald is tied for the most career sacks in the Big 12 Conference. I like Will McDonald. I think he's a good player. I'm glad he bulked up.
Me too.
But Miles, as I was saying, what was I saying about Miles Garrett? He's probably the best all-around defensive end that I've seen, not only since J.J. Watt, but since Mario Williams and Jared Allen.
Hey, Charles, I got to dip out for a few. If you're still here when I come back, I'll pop back in. But I got
No problem,
the
man.
next show. You have a good night, Charles.
You too, guys. Stay in touch.
For sure.
But yeah, I think Miles Garrett is the best all-around defensive end that I've seen since J.J. Watt, Mario Williams, and Jared Allen. Those guys could rush the passer and stop the run. Those guys were incredible. And Miles Garrett, I know he's got a lot of flack for that incident he had against the Cleveland Browns back in 2019, but man, oh man, can that guy kick some ass. He will go down in history, or he already has, as one of the greatest Miles Garrett is one of the greatest number one picks in NFL history. Charles Miles is the best out of those guys. Well, I have to disagree with you about that because Miles Garrett has yet to record a 20-sack season. Mario Williams was a freak. I mean, he's 6'6", almost 300 pounds. He can move like a receiver. He had a great career in Houston, and his first 3 years in Buffalo were great. Problem is, our former head coach at the time, Rex Ryan, decided to put him in, instead of letting him do his thing as a defensive end, he told him to spend most of his snaps dropping off into coverage. And then you got Jared Allen, who was just an absolute dog. 22 sacks in a 30-13 Minnesota Vikings team. That dude was a stud. It's triple. Yeah, and you know why? Because he's fucking huge, he's strong, he's fast, and he's athletic. He's a beast. He was the number one pick in the 27th NFL draft for a reason. Because that fucker could get to the quarterback and put him on his ass. I know the Bears had a shitty offensive line that day. Jared Allen was not trash. He's a Hall of Famer. How was he overrated? He was a great football player. Gotta get you at the source. What are you talking about? He was a great player, Jared Allen. Don't know what the hell you're talking about, Aaron. Learn some of these. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Let me see how many career. I know he's the all-time sack leader in Cleveland Browns history right now. How many career sacks does he have right now, Miles Garrett? He was a good run stopper. That's not true. I call bullshit. I watched Jared Allen play. He was a stud. Right now, Also, he was Defensive Player of the Year in 2023. He was a 6-time All-Pro, 4-time First Team All-Pro in 2020, 2021, 2023, and last year. He's a 2-time Second Team All-Pro in 2018 and 2022. He was a PFWLA All-Rookie Team. Let's see what are his stats. 352 tackles, 102.5 quarterback sacks, 24 fumbles, 6 fumble recoveries, 17 pass deflections, 1 defensive touchdown. How tall is Myles Garrett? He's 6'4", 272. That's a big boy. He was also a track and field star, Myles Garrett. Hey, Danger Zone, what's up, buddy? He's a phenomenal football player. Big fan of his game. I think he'll go down as a first ballot Hall of Famer one day. Unfortunately, look at Jared Allen's stats. I really love Jared Allen. He was a great player. Wow, he had 136 sacks, 32 forced fumbles, 92 fumble recoveries, 57 pass deflections, 6 interceptions, and 2 defensive touchdowns. He was a great player. When was he selected? Played for the Idaho State Bengals. He was a 4th-round pick. He was great. Love me some Jared Allen. Jake Ashman, why don't you call and I put the link in the Discord? Hmm. Cause you. I want to be monetized, John, but it's gonna take a while. I know Nick Shine tried his best, but I got 322 subscribers right now, so we should be good. Thank you, Sham. Hey. They both okay. This is just bullshit. Vic Beasley are on the fact that you're salty over Jared not making the Hall of Fame is pathetic, Aaron. Honore. You clearly didn't do a good job in watching Jared Allen. So you know what? Random offensive line you like over the past 10 years. There was that. This is an interesting question. Let me think. In the NFL or on the Jets? Please be more specific, John. Yeah, just be you, Jake. Vernon, go. You know what? I'm tired of this dude. You're a moron. Get out of here. Mine is Matt Slauson on the Jets. Actually, John, we don't have. I'm not really just a Jet show. I'm a wide variety Jet show. I'm a wide variety individual. So we're not just a Jet show. Um, Let that flag fly, brother. Let me think. Offensive lineman on the Jets I thought was underappreciated. Matt Slauson was good, but he wasn't great. I would say Connor McGovern. I think a lot of Jet fans gave him too much shit. He was an above-average player, played with a lot of heart, and I liked him. But in the NFL, that's a good question. I'll have to get back to you on that. You know what? Now that I look at it, there was an NFL offensive lineman that I thought was good, but a bit underappreciated. Let me think. Jake Long. He was pretty solid for a few years. The guy that was on the Dolphins starter's career, he was a pretty solid tackle for a while. Of course, later on, injuries derailed his career, and he went up against stronger, better deep pass rushers. But I thought he was a solid offensive lineman, excuse me. No, haha, very funny, Sham. No, Jake Long, the former offensive lineman, he was pretty good. Even though there was a highlight where he got destroyed by John Abraham. Trying to think. He bounced around a good bit. Yeah, I heard. Trying to think here. Um, speaking of Vernon Gholston, who a guy that was super tough could not play for shit in the NFL. If you go look at the 2008 draft, there was Chris Long, who was good. Obviously, he's the son of Raiders legend, Hall of Famer Howie Long. You had Cliff motherfucking Averill, who had a tremendous career with the Lions, tremendous career with the Seahawks, and the Jets don't draft him. Like, what the hell? That has got to be one of the all-time worst choices that Mike Tannenbaum made when he was the Jets GM. And he didn't have Rex Ryan pulling him, making him make that decision. He made that decision on his own. Unfortunately, John, some people think I'm not a real Jets fan. And those people are dirtbags. But I appreciate the compliment. Instead of who's the he was a You know what, guys? I'm gonna end the stream right now. It was good talking with you. Sorry for the little silence there, but I hope you guys had a great day. Peace out.